other well-paying scholarships. He's a 400 level student and someone with an outstanding academic and yes, with an outstanding academic record, and he's going to be holding us by the hand and leading us through step by step on how to adequately prepare our documents and submit a winning application for the PTDF scholarship. If our hands are not too busy, can we celebrate our first speaker for tonight? I'll still be calling him up. Just keep celebrating him ahead. Yes. All right. So at this point, if your hands are not too busy, can we, with a round of applause, make welcome our first speaker for tonight, Mr. Taiwo David? The floor is yours.
All right, thank you for the warm welcome. Thank you, Miss Mary. Please, can you confirm if I'm audible and clear?
Yes, we can hear you clearly, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Good evening to everyone. So, just as introduced, I'm Taiwo David Ogumola, and just for clarity, I'm studying petroleum and gas engineering. So, and I'm a 400 level student at Federal University of Technology, Minna. So, I'll just be sharing my experience about PTDF scholarship tonight. Then the second speaker will take us through the application guide step by step. So I'll just be sharing my experience, talk about the PTDF body and why I think you need the PTDF scholarship. So basically, the PTDF is the Petroleum Trust Development Fund, and one of the things it does is the one that has coordinated this PTDF scholarship. And one of the reasons why they bring out this scholarship is basically to support the development of petroleum extraction and exploration and production in Nigeria. So they want, like we know, most of the like 80 to 90% of the petroleum that Nigeria is producing, they're exporting it out. So, and that's one of the disadvantages that we are having. So they are trying to develop capacity for how we can manage these resources ourselves. And that's why you see that they specify some courses that these are the courses that we are funding, and these are the courses that we are not funding. But nonetheless, so I believe the second speaker will talk much about that courses on regarding the application. And for the PTDF scholarship, we have the undergraduate and we have the postgraduate. So I believe tonight we are focusing more on the undergraduate scholarship. And for the undergraduate scholarship, so as a beneficiary, so you stand to, I think PTDF is like one of the, will I say best, or in terms of amount, like one of the biggest scholarship in Nigerian undergraduate can enjoy, and with like the least stress, with the very bare minimum stress. So you stand the chance to win above 1.5 million just applying without any interview or anything. You apply, you do your best, then you commit the rest to God. Then you get the shortlisting. So I'll just tell us about the duration. So in 2023, around this time we applied. So initially, many people resisted, and that's why, you don't know what God can do, just because of, so many people resisted not to apply just because of the application fee 500, because they were like, oh, you want to give me money, you're asking me to pay. So, but then during that time, I remember I just encouraged many people to apply. Though unfortunate, we have many people that applied together during our own sets. Why I have friends and people that they apply as group as well, and many of them got it. But out of all of us that applied during my own time, I'm the only one that was shortlisted. So that was not a very good experience, but that's just to show how things work at times. So we applied. Then during around this time, then we got a feedback in January. Yes, I think January. That was in my 300 level first semester. We got a feedback. Then the payment, I can't remember exactly when the payment came, but it came like after shortlisting. They told you that you've gotten the scholarship, but before they pay, it still takes if not more than 3 or 4 months. So, boy, I'm telling you, when the money eventually arrives, you will have no cause to regret for the waiting. So it's definitely worth it. So, and just like I said, that's just so the money includes living allowance. So they will pay you living allowance, they will pay you IT allowance, they will pay your tuition, like for the rest of your academics. Then what other thing? Okay, they will pay for your laptop. So they will pay for all of those expenses. And the like, and one thing is that even after you've graduated, you can still be collecting, not you can still be collecting PTDF money. Why? Because their payment used to be slow. So like they might, if they're in now, so it might be like after you've graduated, that's when you will receive the last money. So they will pay you project allowance also. So, and that's just really about. So if you some your first payment will just be above 1 million and it changes. So, but subsequently it might not be up to 1 million. I believe the second speaker can do a breakdown of that for us if we want to. So, okay, regarding the documents, okay, I think I will just pause here and allow the second speaker to speak. Then, if there's any other question, if there's anything I feel like you had, then I will do justice to that. Thank you.
Can we put our hands together for the first speaker? I believe we have already gotten a very concise insight into what the PTDF scholarship is all about, what it is and what it is not. Yes. So at this point, we'll be welcoming one of us, Scholar Idris, to take the second part of this session today. Idris is a recipient of multiple scholarships from the PTDF down to the MTN scholarship and so many other scholarships. He's one that's impact driven, not just in the academic side, but in terms of impact. He's one that gives back from what he has received. Can we make welcome Scholar Oyinlola Idris on stage?
All right, good evening, everyone. So you confirmed that you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you, Idris.
Okay, thank you very much, Mary. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much for the warm welcoming. I really appreciate it. Okay, as introduced, I'm Idris Oyinola. I'm a PTDF scholar. I'm studying civil engineering at Futmina. So thank you very much, Ogumola, for that insight, for opening our eyes to what PTDF is all about. But then the thing is, when it comes to PTDF scholarship, we really do not have much to say because I kid you not, it's one of the most simplest scholarship that you come across. It's very simple, and it's one of the most paying scholarships. I think the only scholarship that I know that pays more than PTDF is WMI, and it's only because they pay in dollar. Yeah, and the amount is not even general. Some people are even getting lesser than what PTDF is paying. So aside WMI, I don't think there's any other scholarship that pays like I don't think there's any other scholarship. So they pay very high. The pay is very okay, and it is very simple. That is why you say that the first speaker did not even really have much to say, like just to give you his experience, to give you how the timeline was, because there is no essay. I know you'll be surprised there is no essay. I don't think anybody here has come across a scholarship that has no essay. I don't think so. Because even me as a person, at least I have like a little experience. I don't think I've done anything that I did not write essay. I don't think except PTDF. And in fact, there is no interview. There is no interview. And there is no video submission because we know that these are the constraints that we do face when it comes to scholarship. You either have problem with writing your essay or you have problem with essaying your interview, or maybe you're asked to submit a video and you don't want to be looking at the camera, or you don't want them to publish your video. So these are some of the constraints that we face when it comes to applying for scholarship. But for PTDF, there is no constraint because you are only submitting your application, and selection is based on the first stage. There is no first stage, there is no last stage. Your selection is based on your application. So the question is, why won't I not give it the best shot? Because when there is no interview, when my first stage is my last stage, when I only need to apply and forget about it, then God willing, I'm going to like if I'm selected, they're going to send me an email. You're not going to receive an email that Idris, you missed shortlist. We have shortlistment and we have selection. So shortlistment is like the I don't like shortlistment actually. I don't like it. It sounds weird, right? I don't like it. When I receive an email and they said you have been shortlisted, I used to feel sad because shortlistment comes with a kind of hope. You are having these feelings that they will select me, and it can end up being that they will never even select you because they may fail the next stage, right? But you see, this one is from application to selection. The way it works is that from application to shortlistment to selection, that's how most opportunity works. Even jobs, after you apply, they will shortlist you for maybe an interview or examination, that they will now select you. But the way this one works is you apply and then you get selected. So that is why when it comes to talking about PTDF, there's no really much to say. But the only thing you need to just take serious is mistake during application, because mistake is very, very common. Like in fact, I've seen people that they've applied, they come to my DM. Someone was in my DM today that I made mistake. What am I going to do? What you are going to do? You are going to reapply. Because even me, I made a mistake, right? So, and the fact that I made a mistake, it's easy for me to now advise people, because I also made a mistake when I was applying. And the fact the mistake almost cost me, but if not because I was so proactive, it's not. Yeah, I was very proactive, and God helped me too. What was my mistake? I applied very early. Like when they released the application, I rushed the application because I had a mentor who was a PTDF scholar, though he's now an Erasmus Mundus scholar. He's not currently in Nigeria. So he was a PTDF scholar then. So he told me that this money is origin, something like that. So when the application was out, I just jumped it that I don't want to miss this money, because I actually filled all the criteria. So I just jumped the application. So I don't even join any session. I don't even come to sessions like this. So I don't really have the experience. I don't know that it is not that you just apply. There are some things that you need to put in place. So when I was doing the application that year, so I think the only sessions that was there that was on the portal was only 2021 and 2020, and my set is 2022, 2023. So because the only two options that I saw there was I just picked one and I submitted. But then my friend that now waited. I think Ogumola was part of them too. So they waited like maybe off like I think a week or two. Like they waited for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So they now told me that they've updated the portal. It's not having our sessions. But me, I've already submitted. I don't even take it serious. I just felt like me, I've submitted though. They will select me noni. So they submitted with the correct session. Whereas me, I submitted my own with a session that I assumed based on what I had saw on the portal. So when the application was now when they closed the application, one day I was now wondering that see, I will be the only person that choose this session among my friends. So is this not going to affect me? And because the money is huge, I have to call the customer care, even though they don't pick call. But it was so I was so lucky that they picked my call that day. They don't actually pick calls. If you call them from now to next day, they will not pick. Even if they pick, they're not going to answer you. So when I called them that day, and there is a way you address people. So I presented myself very well. So the lady told me my problem was complicated, that she was going to give the call to her boss. I was like, more. So immediately I told my friend to recharge me because I don't want my car to finish. So he charged like 500 naira because I don't want the car to finish. So she gave the call, the phone to her boss. So I spoke with her boss. The boss also told me that my problem is complicated, that he was going to refer me to another person. So he gave the phone to another person. That one who told me he was going to give the phone to another person. Even myself, I don't fear say, is this thing now that serious? So I think Isha went to I think 5 different people now before I now got to the final person. That man now told me that Idris, God is really with you because we've already crashed all the applications with that session. I was like, what the fuck? The man told me we've already crashed all the applications with that session. I was like, sir, what am I going to do? I'm eligible. This is my result. This is it. This is that. What they not ask me, everything I was just saying it. In fact, I think 2 of my guys that was with me, they also made that mistake. They're already shaking because when you already thought, you already believe that this thing is coming, because if you fulfill all criteria now, all of us already believe, we already have this mindset that I'm gonna make this thing come. So they were shaking when we all listened to what the man said, that they crashed all the application, meaning that our own is not even going to be reviewed. They already crashed the application. So I was not like, sir, what are we going to do? What are you going to use to assist me? And from the way we were brought up now, we know how to talk to all these kind of people. So the man told me that the only thing we are going to do is that we are going to place this issue before our bosses, our leaders. So if they allow, we are going to release the application for a week. We are going to reopen it for a week. So I urge you, when we reopen it, we are reopening it for you. but it's not going to be public that is for you. So we urge you that when they reopen it, make sure you apply with another email and then do another verification NIN. I'm telling you. So I was like waiting. And I think after like some days they opened the application. In fact, most people did not even know that I was even the one. I was even the brain behind it. So they released the application. But what I now did was I now published it. Like I reached out to my friends. If you know you made mistake with your application, please apply with another email. In fact, I reached out to ICANN students because I know ICANN students like they have a very large community. So I told the admins and like everybody published it, and most of my friends like they made another application and then another made another application. So when they shortlisted, I was even in school that day. When my guys like were seeing the email, I checked my first email. I've forgotten that I applied with another email that the first one was crashed. So I checked my first email. I did not see anything. In fact, already even the thing pained me actually. If I could not even tell my guy congratulations because actually I encouraged all my guys to apply. We're like 12 that applied in my lodge. Apparently everybody that was in my level in my lodge applied, and voila, all of us got it. So in my lodge we have like 12 scholars. So I pushed all of them to apply. In fact, I even applied for like 7 of them. So and all of us got it. So I was the only person left that day because I checked the first email and they were like, even if it is like even at like results, even see your CGPA is even more higher than our own. What is now the problem? Before I now realized that, let me go and check the second email address before I now saw my congratulatory email. So I just share this story for you to know that mistake is the only reason why you may not get this scholarship. And when mistakes now happen, you need to be proactive, not even only for PTDF, but you need to be very proactive, because sometimes once you can reach out, they just want you to reach out. The fact that you even reach out, it shows that you're even interested in their program. Right. I think there are a lot of instances like that the only reason why I was selected or the only reason why I was given an attention was because I reached out. Okay, let me share another experience before I share my screen to take you guys through the live application. Okay, there was a fellowship that was supposed to happen in Lagos last year, and I was around the same area. I was doing my internship around the same area. So the fellowship I did not apply because they had some other things that they were doing that I was not really interested because I already had some things that were filling the gap. So I did not apply. But when the fellowship time, like when I saw the fellowship updates, I was like, wow, this thing really makes sense. So it's going to be a residential fellowship. Do you know what I did? I sent them an email. I listed my qualities, like the reason why I feel like I'm eligible, like I should be selected, and I told them the reason I did not apply for their program earlier because I already understand that nobody will want to take in my condition if I did not apply. If I applied and I was not selected, that is still understandable. But you did not apply, that means you are not interested. I told them why I was not interested earlier and what's now brought my interest now. I told them everything. In fact, I sent the email around 7 a.m. in the morning. Before 10 a.m., they replied me. And the second day, they sent me my email to join the fellowship. I just packed my bags. The third day I joined them. I did not apply for the fellowship, but I reached out. I showed my interest, and then I listed, I kind of highlighted my qualities that I believe that would make me, will make them impressed, and we want me to be there. So I'm just telling you this for you to just know that anything that you are doing, it's very necessary that you let them that you are proactive, you show interest, and because it is not most times it's not going to be straightforward. Sometimes you need to be very proactive because it's that proactiveness that's going to assist you. But then it's not only going to assist you, it's going to assist people around you because if I had not made that call that day, even it's not even only me. Most Nigerians, most scholars are not even going to get it because most of us made that mistake. Everybody who applied PTDF that year between the first day, I think within 2 weeks of the application, they are definitely going to make that mistake. And the man already said they crashed the application. So the number of applications that they will have crashed with that thing. So just to tell you that you need to avoid mistake. But because of that, because we really want you to avoid mistakes, so I'm going to be having a live application now. I'm not going to submit because already there's no need to apply. I'm just going to take you guys through the application process, some things that you should know and there's some things that you should not do, some what is expected, because another thing you should know is that PTDF is open for people in 200 level and above. I think when they released the application requirement, they said in 200 level, but I'm telling you now that it is open for people in 200 level and above. If you're in your final year, you can apply 200 level and above. Now, I know you want to tackle here. You want to be against me that where do I see this information? I will tell you. When we applied, I'm actually a scholar, right? So I know what is inside. I know what is working. So when we applied, so I actually entered Futimina with 2021 jam, whereas my friends entered Futimina with 2022 jam. So they joined us together. We are in the same level. So I'm supposed to be a senior, but Nigeria happened to me, so we are in the same level, right? So when we applied, so on my application on my own portal, they said they are going to pay me for 36 months, and my friends are going to receive payment for 48 months. Now, what is the difference? The difference is that when they went through my own application, they believe or they thought I'm ahead of them with a year. You understand? So they believe that those guys are in they were in 200 level then. That me, I was in 300 level, whereas we were in the same level. You understand? So that is to tell you that it is open for students in 200 level, 300 level, 400 level, 500 level. But your level is going to determine how many times you are going to receive payments. Right? I have a friend. Is she's currently doing his NYC, and she got it with us. Meaning that this girl has graduated and she got it. What does that tell us? It tells us that she applied when she was in her final year. So, and in fact, in our portal, they notice there that she's only going to be a scholar for 12 months, meaning that she's only going to receive a payment. We have some other people in my school that were in 400 level when we applied, and on their portal, we have 24 months. They are going to receive payment for what? 2 months, 2 years. So, because they use months actually. So, if you see 48 months, it means that you are going to receive 4 payments, 36 months, 3 payments, 24 months, 2 payments, and 12 months, like 1 payment. So now I'm not. So this is the fact behind what I said, that it is a myth that it's for 200 level, but the what happens is that everybody in 200 level and above can apply. Once we fill in the requirements, so you are going to be selected, and when you are selected, your admission year will determine how many times you are going to receive funding. Okay, that is one. Another thing is that the application is very easy, and the review process is not difficult, right? So if you are in your 100 level, if you are in your 200 level, you are applying with 100 level results. 200 level, 100 level results. And when I say 100 level results, I do not mean your first semester results or second semester results. 100 level results is complete 100 level results. If you pass first semester and if you are in your second semester, you are not yet 200 level students. So for you to be 200 level student, it means that you've passed 100 level, and you've not passed 100 level until you have your 100 level results completely. So because someone was in my DM today, the guy was telling me that when he was applying, he applied with a semester result. And that is not acceptable. You are applying with complete 100 level results. And if you are in your 200 level, if you are in your 300 level, you are applying with 200 level results. And if you are in your 300 level, you're applying with if you are in your 400 level, you're applying with like a level, the most recent results. Let me just put it that way. The most recent results, that's what you are using to apply. But it is still very flexible. Yeah, it's very flexible. We have people that we are in 400 level and they submitted the 100 level results that year and they got it. But it just happened. Those ones are rare cases. Let me just put it that way. They are rare cases. But the normal way is that you apply with the most recent results. But now let me tell you, in case you don't have your recent results, apply with what you have. That is the condition. Don't say because I did not have this result now, and Idris said that should apply with the most recent, and they've not released my most recent, or I'm trying to get it. My officer did not give me, so I'm not going to apply. No, apply with anything you have. Don't be surprised that you'll be selected. The application is very, very, in fact, the most easiest. It is oil money now, so even the staff do not really have time. So they're just looking for a way to disperse this to disperse the fund. They don't want you to stress them. So anything that you have at all, apply. I don't have this one. Use what you have. I'm having problem with my name. Should I use my affidavit with it? Please join it to it. I'm wanting to do this. I'm wanting to do that. Just anything that's pertaining to oil and gas, even if it's a Chevron or SPDC, anything, just apply. Anything that you have, apply. That is why you see Chevron, SPDC, they contract their scholarship to Scholastica, because they don't have the time to be reviewing your essay, to review your documents. They don't really have the time. The industry itself is a very big one and they face a lot of problems. So now you adding the application problem to their problems, like you are causing another problem for them. So that is why most of them contract it. So now, but PTDF is not contracting it. They already have team that is doing the scholarship, whatever. So, but the view is not hard. If they are contracting it now, those one will sit down and do their job, but they are the one handling it themselves. So make sure anything that you have at all, apply and pray. In fact, don't be surprised that you are going to be selected. There is a story, but I don't want to share another story, so you'll not be seeing me like someone who likes story. But there's one very funny story like that. So, but then the thing is just that apply with anything that you have. Any results that you have at all, apply with it. Don't say because you don't have this, you are not going to apply. So let me share my screen. So I'm going to take you through the application process. Yeah. So let me share my screen. How am I going to share? Okay. Allow sharing. I'm coming. This thing is okay. Me, so you still confirm that you can hear me. Nigeria network is bad. Okay, thank you. So can you see my screen now?
No.
No, I'm coming. No.
Not yet.
Okay, I'm coming. You can see it now, right?
Yes, you can see your screen.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let me go to the application. You can still see it, right?
Yes.
Yes, we're still with you.
Okay, yeah. So if you are just applying, of course, I don't need to tell you that you are going to create an application. Yeah, you are going to create an account. But I'm not creating an account. Oh, I'm not creating an account because I already have like 4 existing accounts. So you can see my name. So this is you see, it's not good to tell her. This was the one I used that I told you that is they crashed. You can see that there's nothing here. I was not selected. This is it, 2023. So I've already had a session on this PTDF. So this was the one I created for the session when I was sharing my screen. So I created an application that year, but then I had to create another one. So now for this session now, because I believe that when you are just applying, okay, you are just approaching the site now, you are going to create an account. I don't need to tell you that. And I think there is NIN verification. See, the money you are paying is not for PTDF. You are paying to NIN account to verify your NIN, whatever. The money is not even into PTDF accounts because I hear some people saying, why are they collecting our money? They're not collecting your money. So this is Nigeria system. So now it's not even only PTDF. There's some subscription that you want to do even when you graduate that you need to verify your NIN. I know nothing is free in Nigeria now. So NIN is the one. I don't know. Let me not say NIN. I don't want collecting the money, but the NIN is not part of the application package. Like it's not going to the account. It's just like a way of sorting things out, a way of like ensuring that you are truly in Lola and you are a Nigerian. Like you understand, because this opportunity is for Nigeria. And maybe I forgot to tell you, it's going to be distributed across the 30 states in Nigeria because it is oil money. So oil money is supposed to be distributed because we all have equal access. Though some states like can have I don't know, maybe can be more can have more preferential treatment to others. But I think for BTDF, I think it is actually distributed equally, right? So and I think for our states, I think they use 20 per state. So top 20 in every state. And what they use is CGPA. But don't say because I say this now, you're going to disqualify yourself because your CGPA is not strong. Let me tell you, you don't know the states that people are using to apply. In fact, one of my guys, I think, he's from Lagos State, right? He applied last year. In fact, our CGPA was not that good, but he applied. In fact, Lagos, even me, I already thought that this girl is not going to get it, like, and she got it from Lagos State. So you don't disqualify yourself, please. I don't say because your state is or your state or Osun State that is competitive now you want to go and change states. Remember, you can only change states for PTDF. You can't change states in your NIN. And remember that you've already linked your NIN. That is why they don't ask you to enter your NIN number. They ask you to link it so that they can see your information and they must what? They must be the same. So I'm just giving you expo. Hence why you not be too you not be too clever to do that. Okay, because my state is Osun State now. Osun State, people wish like those guys are very good. My GDP is not strong. Let me go and change my state to maybe Niger State, or I don't think Niger State are not good. But let me go and change my state to one state like that is not that. Don't try it because you already linked your NIN. Unless you can change the state on your NIN, so that's good. But if you can't change the state on your NIN, that means you need to leave your state like that. Apply, pray. So that's it. And you can apply. I think the minimum CGPA is 3.0 or 3.5. Yeah. I think if you are applying at 3.5, but if you have gotten it, I think it's 3.0. I really cannot recall, but then it's between 3.0 and 3.5. So anything above that, you can apply. Anything above that range, you can apply. Apply and pray. But then it's going to be distributed equally. So if you are from maybe states like Niger State, because I know someone that I think the person was on, it's not 3 point something, 3.5 or so, and the person got it from Niger State. So some states are actually kind of they are favored in a way that the level of exposure in the state is not that that good compared to the ones in the southwest. Southwest we can those ones can kill themselves because of book. So those kind of gaps they exist. But then any state that you are from, so just don't say because I already said this, they are not going to apply anyway, and then pray to God. I'm also praying that you are going to be selected. So now after you've done your NIN verification, so you are going to come here. So where you're going to see your name, Oyinola Adewale Idris. So I don't know. Someone was in my DM today as well that my name arrangement is not the way it is. Like the way I'm saying it there is not the way it's arranged with my NIN. You don't need to. You just say you don't have problem. In as much the name showing is your name. Even if they like, they should put your surname first. If they like, you should put your last name first. That is their problem. But in as much as what you are saying is your name and there is no spelling error, you are good to go. My name is Idris Adewale Oyinlola. That is my name. My first name is Idris. My middle name is Adewale. My last name, which is my surname, is Oyinlola. So see the way it's arranged here. I'm seeing Oyinlola Adewale Idris. I don't know who give them this arrangement, but you don't need to bother because it is still my name. You can call me Oyinlola, I will answer you. Adewale is still my name, I will answer. Idris is my name, I will answer. So if it is in as much as your name and there is no spelling error, see, you are good to go. Is your name anyhow they arrange it. In fact, they don't even tell you the arrangement. You don't know if it's still the same arrangement. You just decide to use last name, middle name, and first name. So some things do not concern you actually. So just leave it. In as much the name that you are saying is your name. So don't bother yourself with the arrangement. So now when you come here, so you are going to see the reason why you are seeing applications here is because I've actually make some applications if that did not submit, but this is just like a way to save your application. Maybe you want to apply, you want to come back, so you can save it here. When you come here, you just update and you continue. But for this sake now, I want to do new application, so I'm going to click on new application. So when you click on this, I don't know if I'm going to fill this, but let me just fill. When I click on this, I'm going to start with passport photograph. I'm going to do that later. So the second one here is, are you currently a beneficiary of any scholarship? So if I'm going to ask anybody here, are you currently, personally, I'm not a beneficiary of any other scholarship. I'm not a beneficiary. So it is I'm going to choose no. Yes. If you choose yes, it's not bad, but they're going to ask you which scholarship body, and that's a lot of work. So it's no. But then in reality, what they even mean here is that if you have a scholarship in maybe something that is actually related to oil to PTDF, and PTDF is not even done, it's not even joint ventured. Something like Chevron, SPDC, those ones are actually joint ventured. Like those ones, once you get Chevron, you are not expected to get like the other ones because they're actually together. So in fact, if you now get them, make sure they're not on your CV or your LinkedIn, because once they reflect on your profile or your CV, they can block future opportunity, because it shows that you don't obey instruction. Because once you see any scholarship as having the same name, for instance, Chevron / NNPC, SPDC / NNPC, you see NNPC that NNPC is common. So NNPC, it means that they are joint venture. Once you get one, leave the other one. That is the meaning. So if I'm using this medium to just explain some other things. So if you now get both, make sure you don't put both on your CV or on your LinkedIn. Make sure you don't tell people that you get both, because it can affect your future opportunity. I think it affected someone recently. I think the person was actually supposed to go outside Nigeria for his masters. He has gotten everything, but then during his last interview, so they asked him a question regarding the awards on the CV, and he was not able to defend and it's a question of, I think, his scholarship. Yeah, he got like 3 scholarship from the same company that actually like joined together, like joint venture. You understand? But PTDF is not actually in partnership with anybody. So it's on its own. You can have PTDF and Chevron on your CV. That is not a problem. So now, are you a beneficiary of any scholarship? I would choose no, because I don't get any. I don't even have anything that like PTDF, like they are maybe in partnership with any other like organization. I don't have any, so I'll just choose no. So application type, in country, of course, because as my co-speaker said, he said we have OSS and we have ISS. So ISS is in country, so OSS is overseas. That one is for masters, but everyone here is undergraduates. So scholarship type, of course, it's undergraduate. So you are doing undergraduate. Okay, so we have in country for undergraduate, and we have in country for masters. Then we have OSS, that is overseas for like postgraduate. But we are undergraduate. And if you are doing your master or PhD too, you just select the one that that's cool with you. No, my first name is Idris, as I said. My middle name is Adewale. So my surname is Oyinlola. Right? So I'm male. Of course, you can determine that from my voice. My date of birth, I'm just going to assume, so that you'll not be looking at me like maybe one old man or one small man. I'm just going to assume something. What's happening there? Okay. Let me just assume something. Okay. Let me just assume that I was born in 2019. Let me use my June. Let me use my June 20. Okay. So is it? Was I used to know how going? Okay, sorry, it's showing already. Field of study is engineering. I'm going to explain another thing here, and that is I'm going to explain it using PTDF, but it applies to any other opportunity. If you're applying for anything at all, and they ask for your course of study, and I think we discussed this yesterday when we were doing MTN scholarship. I'm going to repeat it. So if when you check through the drop down or the list of courses that are there,
If you did not find your course, please don't choose others or don't disqualify yourself. Choose something related to it, because they actually they actually update this thing based on information that they know. And of course, things are actually evolving. Like for instance, mechatronics. Not every organization knows that mechatronics is already like is that like it's very popular in universities. You understand? So they have not updated their portal to be showing mechatronics. So you that also applying as a mechatronics student, don't go and choose others that my course is not there. Choose something among the list of courses that is close to your department. They cannot get GJC because of that. Choose something similar. You understand? So now for PTDF, now some courses are not eligible. My friends is studying nursing. He got it last year, whereas PTDF is not for medical students. But then if you want to look at it from the idea of like courses that are relevant to oil and gas, of course, medical students too are actually relevant, because there's no any oil and gas industry that you're not even going to see like an hospital. Yeah, it's there is, because the industry is very very big on HSC, and one of the HSC feature is health, so they're very big on it. But then for PTDF application, there is no, we don't have, I don't say we have that core health courses like MBBS and maybe nursing. But then you that you're applying as a nursing student or MBBS students, make sure you choose something similar. I think we have microbiology, we have radiology. Just choose something like that. Don't say because your course is not there, you're not going to apply. It's not open for you. No, choose something similar. And it applies to any other opportunity, by the way. So local government. So actually, this is supposed to be my state of origin. Yeah, and that is I'm from Osun State. So my local government is Ifelodun. In case you want to come to my side, Ifelodun. So my date of birth is I choose something now. It's not. Why is it not reflecting? Okay, it's reflecting now. So I'm not going to submit until I choose a picture. Let me see if I can have photo library. Let me see if I have anything here. Okay. Don't mind my photo. I beg. It's too big. So that means you're supposed to like edit this picture, edit the picture that you're uploading to a particular limit. That's 100 kilobytes. Okay, this works, right? So this one is not going to submit because I already have an application already for this year that is pending. So it's not going to submit. Yeah, it's not even if I enter the correct thing, it's not going to submit, because this thing is expecting me to finish the one I have, not to create another application. Because I showed you that I already had a session like this, I think last week, where I demonstrated the whole thing. So I already have an application that is existing. So if I click this, it's not going to work. It says that it's not even working. Yeah, it wants me to finish the one I have. So, but then I just did this one to just show you guys how it works. So you enter your name. So the information as they apply to you. So you go back. So it's not working. So let me go back. Cancel. Let me cancel it.
Sorry.
Hello, sorry, can you still hear me?
Yes, you can.
Yes, I will with you.
Okay, yeah. So I said I was
Yes,
able
you
to.
can.
Yeah, thank you. So the submit button did not work because I said I already have. You can see 2026. I already have an existing application for this thing. So it's expected as to complete this one. Why do you want to create another one? So that was why the system did not allow me to submit. So now if I come here, let me see if I can update this. Update. Okay, so I'm not updating. Updating is maybe you want to adjust some things. Let me see if I can view it. Yeah, I'll view it. I'm not going to scroll up or down because my NIN is here and I don't want it to be. I don't want it to show because I want to upload this on YouTube and YouTube is going to flag it if my NIN is showing. So let me just go. Let me just click on this. This is it right side, right, left, right. This right side. So this top right side, you can see three horizontal lines. So just click on it. So now current application. These are the information that you need. Number one is application details. Is the one I just finished. Number two is academic information. Number three is additional uploads. Number four is preview. See, everything here is compulsory. You must finish. You must do everything here. And when I say mistake, this is where mistake comes. In fact, it's very hard that you make mistake in this first part, this application details, because it's your information, it's what you know about yourself. But you see this one, but you can easily do mistake. Now let me go to the academic information. So what they need two academic information. Number one is the O level, right? O level. So you can decide to share 5 O level subjects, the 5 basic subjects, the one that you use to gain admission. But you can still decide to just tell them all the 9 subjects. But now my question is, why do you want to even tell them only 5 when you can tell them 9? During my time, I used my 9 subjects. But the only condition that you can limit the number of courses that you will share or subjects that you will share is if you have F in a subject. Don't, because yesterday I said something. Capitalize your strength and ignore your weakness. You must always learn to ignore your weakness. Or if you talk about your weakness, you must talk about a way, something that you have been doing to improve on it. But then here, there's no how you want to tell them that you've improved. So just ignore it. If you know that you have F in a particular course, or I think sorry, for secondary school, it's not only F that counts. So I think from D, E, F. Sorry, I'm using university system. So if you have D, E, F in a particular subject, don't add it. So add the remaining 8. But if you know that you have all your subjects completely, you have your good grades, just put everything here. And you are still going to be you are still going to upload the results actually. So just put everything here. There's a way you add course and everything. So add academic qualification. So if I'm adding my O level, I'll add O level. So I'll come here, I'll enter my school name. I attended the Grammar School. In case you are from my school, you can connect. Grammar School Molete Ibadan. So science class, of course. Examination number, I still give them 208 146 429 BI or so. Yeah, I still remember. Exam year, my exam was 2020. Exam type, this NECO. So you upload the results. Now, see, this very mistake. Scan PDF. If you upload another thing, PDF, this thing is going to accept it, but they may not review it because they use automated system. So once you do not follow instruction, but the system is going to automatically flag it. It's going to crash your application because I'm very sure this thing will be like we get like 10,000 applications, so they don't really have the time. So if you don't obey instruction, they're going to like crash it. Like you leave, just come out, you go. You understand? So that means you need to obey all instructions. So that's why I'm taking my time to do this one by one. So scan PDF of O-level certificates. Now, this certificate now can be just normal printout. In fact, I use printout. Most of us don't have certificates yet, so you can use the normal printout. What do I mean by printout? Printout is the one you printed from cafe, the one you used to gain admission. But then it must be PDF. And then another tip is that name this thing accordingly. Idris Oyinlola _ be anything. Idris Oyinlola O-level results. Idris Oyinlola NECO results. I don't need to upload mine. You understand? There's no need. But then your own should be Idris Oyinlola Okafor Mary O-level results. Idris Oyinlola WAEC results. Name it accordingly because we don't know how the review is like. I don't know if they are going to like put everything together. I don't know. But then I'm just giving you the tip that I use. Not even for PTDF. I use it for everything. If I'm applying for anything, I name it accordingly with my name. In fact, some will even tell you that name the document accordingly. But then they don't even need to tell you. If you're applying for something, it's one of the things that some people use to be ahead of some people. These are the inner tips that they actually work, but then we don't actually take them serious. Anything you're uploading, upload it, like use your name. And PDF is better because PDF, if you're uploading your essay now in Word documents, if they are opponents, the reviewer can even add some things to your essay mistakenly, or can even disorganize your formatting or your arrangement. But if it's PDF, the opponent is going to make the same way you submitted it. So I'm just giving you some other tips to enable you apply for opportunities and get selected. So PDF is actually what is required here, and it's expected that you use your name, as I said. So this is how you input your subject. General math is here, so your grade is here. You choose your grade. I don't know, B3. And if you want to remove it, you can remove it. You can do all this, and here you can add subjects. Then if you are done, you can submit. Then after you submit, then you will now go back to this place again. Then add first degree. Now add first degree. You can see they not say add underlevel results. They said add first degree. And first degree is the one we are still doing now. But if you are applying as a master student too, you add first degree because the add first degree does not mean what you have completed. If you are still ongoing, of course, I got it and I was in 200 level. So your first degree is like the current level that you had. Your first degree is what you are going to put. If you have graduated, if you are applying as a master candidate, no, you have finished now. You are going to put you are going to be applying as someone who has finished his first degree. So meaning that what we are going to put here is going to show that you've already graduated. But you that you are applying as a 200 level student, of course, the information that's going to be is going to be 100 level information. So my university here, of course, it's your school, it must be here. I think this is only open for people in Federal University. So my school is Futmina. So Federal University of Technology, Mina. I think number 1 School of Technology in Nigeria. University of Technology in Mina. Don't mind me. Let me go ask more. Technology, Mina. Where is Mina? Why is Akure coming before Mina? Okay, they use alphabetical, whatever. Mina. So Futmina. So your course of study. Here's what I'm saying. You can see. See, we know small. Number 2. So see, so now if your course of study is not here, for instance, now I'm studying medicine. Medicine is not here. It's not here. I'm studying nursing. It's not here. But take your time to go through all these courses. Let me try pharmacy. It's not here. Take your time to go. But I know there is radiology, and there's radiology, there is microbiology. I know that. So just choose something similar. But me, I'm studying civil engineering. I'm studying civil. Your current CGPA, if it's 5.0, you just put it, and you don't need to add the scale. You can't. There's no even out, so you don't need to add the scale. Just guys your current CGPA. Even if you are using 4.0 scale, they are going to like this. Is not the first time they are dealing with something like this. They are going to understand 5.0, or if it's 4 point something, just put it there. Admission session. Here is where some people can have problem. So if you are in 200 level, I believe your admission session should be, I don't know, just go to your admission letter and check your session here and just choose it as it aligns to with you. But if maybe you are a 500 level admission session should be 2021 22, and it's not here, that means you are choosing this first one. So you're 500 level and you want to and you want to try. So just choose this first one. This one is my own set, is my own admission session, right? Meaning that I'm in 400 level now, but I can apply because my session is even here. So it's not only for 200 level students. So anybody from 200 level, then above, you can apply. So just choose a session. Now upload your admission letter in PDF. It's not picture that you just snap and upload. PDF, use cam scanner, turn it to PDF. Name it accordingly. Idris Oyinlola. Idris anyhow. Admission letter. Then upload your current transcript. Transcript now, they mean your results. The one from your exam officer. Complete results. First semester, second semester, combined together. It must be signed, it must be stamped, and it must be carrying your department letterhead. It must be signed. See, it's not only for PTDF. If you are using your result anywhere, I think it must have three things. The results. It's 4 things. Yeah, it's 4. It must be beyond your department letterhead paper. It must be signed by your exam officer. It must be signed by your HOD, and it must be stamped by your department. If these 4 things, in fact, I think if you're applying for maybe a scholarship outside Nigeria, maybe you're even undergraduate, they are going to tell you, those ones are even kind. They will tell you that the result must have these 4 things. But Nigerians will not tell you because they are even looking for ways to even make sure that you are not even they not even give you application. So they will not tell you. But I'm telling you now, it must have 4 things. Your department letterhead paper, your LA, your exam officer, whatever. That's your department letter paper. Then your exam officer signature, your HOD signature, and then your the stamp. Stamp is important, yeah. So if your result does not have these things, then it's not going to be validated. It's not going to be accepted. It's not going to be accepted from your department. So now, see requirements. Letter must be less than 200 kilobytes, and result must be less than 750. So it's now up to you and how you want to do it. And I know you may want to ask me a question. Is the admission letter from JAM or from school? Anyone is okay. I think during my time I used JAM, but most of my friends use school. I was even scared why is it that it's only me that use JAM? So but we all got it. So JAM, school, anyone is accepted. So in as much as admission letter, they can see that this guy has been accepted, has been given admission to study in this school. So you are cool. So then after everything, after you are done with this part, then you submit, of course, you submit. After you submitted, now then you go to this part, additional uploads. Additional upload. This is where you upload your birth certificates, just to verify your dates. Verify your date of birth, and then local government identification. Now, people have problem with this thing too. I think we have different names we call this thing in Nigeria. Local government identification, local government certificate, certificate of origin. See, they are all the same thing. Local government, whatever, anything local government, anything state of origin. See, they are the same thing. The essence is that they want to be sure that you are from the state that you are claiming, like your local government confirms that you are from the state. So it can be state of origin identification, it can be local government certificate, anything that you are calling it is fine. Just even mine, I think we don't even call it this way. I think what we call it in my state is state of origin. I think certificate of origin. And that was what I uploaded and I got it. So anything I thought that you have that will actually show or tell the reviewers that you are actually from this state, honestly, truly, sincerely. So that is all. Don't bother yourself. What I have is not pronounced this way. So am I going to get another one? No. Anything that you have that you've been using that's from your local government or state of origin, just upload it here. Is good. You are good. And as I said, the selection process is not that strict, and then the way they review is very, very easy because they are willing to give you the money. It's not as if it's not like some foundation that they don't even want to give. This one are really the money is on ground. They are ready to give you the money. So just apply, and then after everything, of course, you are going to review your application and you are going to submit. I don't think I need to do that, but let me just do. Review application is like where you have information of everything. I'm not going to scroll down because I have my NIN here, as I said earlier. So you check everything and you verify everything and you submit. So I think I don't know. I think I've done justice to the application process, and I don't think I have anything other thing to say for now. So, but we are going to stay behind in case you have any question. It will be an honor to attend to your questions and offer guidance. Thank you very much. I'm Idris Ilola, and I'm done speaking. Hello, Maggie, are you with us? I'm done. Oh.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, I can.
Yes, I was speaking earlier. I didn't know you guys were not hearing me. So can we celebrate Scholar Idris for that amazing session? I think after now we should all be on application portal submitting our applications, because as we heard from him, as far as you are in 200 level and above, you are free to apply. So let's all give this a shot with all the tips we have received, and by the next time we're having this seminar, we should be celebrating with our own very PTDF scholars, right? So at this point, I'm going to be opening the floor for question and answer. So if in the course of the session, right from the first speaker, Mr. David, down to our second speaker, Mr. Idris, if there is any question that is still unanswered or they were unable to touch in the course of their session and you still want to ask, the floor is open now. So, Peter, you can ask your question.
All right, good evening, sir. Hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go on.
Okay, Mr. Idris. Good evening, sir. I followed the other presentation you did last week. I think last week before I applied because I have actually applied already before. I decided to join this one as well too. So my question is regarding the transcript because I actually got it from the department. They composed the letterhead and they signed it, both of them, both the level advisor and the HOD signed it. So it's not having the stamp. They didn't stamp it, so I don't know if it's possible.
Sorry, I don't
Sorry,
know.
we can't really hear you
I
clearly.
think
Can
I
you
think I
drop the
I think
question
I
in the
got his
chat
question.
box?
I think
All
I got
right,
his
all
question.
right.
But just correct me if I'm wrong. Your question is that you joined my earlier presentation and you've already submitted application, but the problem is that your result was not stamped. Is that your question?
Yeah, it wasn't stamped, but it was signed by the two. That is the level advisor and the HOD. Both of them signed it. So it wasn't
You
stamped.
know,
That's
okay, I'm going to answer this question with due honesty and with the best of my knowledge, right? I'm not the reviewer and I don't know what the prioritize, but what I know is that result is not valid if it's not stamped. Like from my experience, though most people still take it, yeah, the highest they will do is that they are going to like send an email to your department to verify your results. But then results is not valid if it's not stamped. But I don't know what I'll ask you to do since you've already applied. And is that how you guys release results in your school, or was it a mistake that it was not stamped? Now let me ask you a question: was it a mistake that it was not stamped, or that's how they release results in your own school?
I don't know. I don't know because I haven't received this thing before. But I met with the level advisor and he gave me. He was the one that signed it and then took it to the HOD and they signed it too. So he handed it over to me. But I've not seen anyone that is stamped anyway. So I don't know.
Okay, okay. I think that's fine. That's fine. I think you are in good hands. You said they both signed, right? They both signed, and
Yes,
it's carrying your department letterhead paper. So I think that's cool.
yes,
So is it put me now?
yes. Put me now.
What department?
Engineering,
Eh?
Come in.
What department?
computer engineering.
Computer engineering. So I really do not know. But it's cool. Maybe you can message me. I can see if I have any computer
Okay, okay, okay. But I don't have the contact.
guy that got it. I really cannot think of anybody at the moment. But then there's no problem. You are in good hands since it was signed, you both signed, and it's a lettered paper. So I think you are good. Just pray. Pray. I beg.
All right, thank you.
All the best.
All right, thank you so much
Okay,
for that response.
let me just
I think
add
that
to that.
all right. Okay.
Yeah. So actually, just for others, in which minute it has happened to me. I think it's not even personal, it's a recommendation letter. Can that person mute his mic? Because can you mute? Okay, so I think it's recommendation letter. Sometimes if you don't ask for this thing, they won't give it. So and even if you ask for it, sometimes they will want to maybe like say it's okay, or you need to let them know what you get, like what you need it for. So maybe next time you ask them that you need a stamp. So they might say it's not available. You ask them when you come back, when you should come back, then you ensure they stamp it. I believe I don't think there's any department that doesn't have a stamp in footmen now. I don't know about other school but footmen. I think every department has a stamp. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. David, for your point. I believe that answers your question. Yeah. All right. Ifeoluwa, your hand was up. You can ask your question now.
Okay, thank you so much. And thanks to the speakers for the insightful session. So what I wanted to ask is that, yes, it talked about like, if your course is not specifically there, you can just choose a course that is like closely related to it. So I wanted to ask that, I don't know, do you think an agricultural student has any chance of winning it? Like, do you know of any or anything? So that's my question. Thank you.
Okay,
Mr.
I don't know why. I don't know why I love this question because my roommate is studying AB, is in AB department. So if you're not in food tonight, you may not be able to relate, but I will explain. AB is agricultural and bioresources engineering. And when we were applying that year, ABE was not among the courses. In fact, agricultural engineering was not even among. Do you know what we choose? We choose water resources engineering. Yeah. The guy is studying AB and we choose water engineering, and the guy got it. And he has even got his first payment, expecting his second payment now. So that was how it happened. Just apply, I beg, anything at all, just choose something. So we checked around for agricultural engineering, we did not see. Maybe because agriculture is not that directly related to oil and gas, it's another sector on its own. Most of the agricultural work are actually done by civil engineers, the soil test and the likes. So, but then we just choose water engineering, and the guy was selected. So if you are studying agricultural or whatever, just choose water too, and I pray that you'll be selected too.
Amen. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much for that response. Mr. Muhammad, you can ask your question now. Sorry, we
You
can't
can
really
tell me,
hear
but you're
you.
not holding.
All right. Maybe you could just drop your question in the chat box. We can't really hear you. Mr. Unique, you can ask your question now.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Unique.
Okay. Thank you so much. Good evening, Sir Andrews. First of all, sir, thank you so much for this session. I really appreciate it. Although I've applied before now, but I think with all what you taught, so there'll be with all what you showed us, I think I'm in the right direction because I think my other documents were in PDF form, although the namings were different. But so what I want to ask is, so now what are the criterias that they are going to use to select people? Like, how are they going to measure some people selected or not selected, or is it due to wrong application? What are they going to use? Yes, sir, that's my question.
Okay. Actually, of course, it can be due to wrong application because everybody cannot make mistake now, and they can't select everybody that not make mistake. That is for sure. So, but I think I already said this, but maybe I was more explicit. Yeah, the selection is very easy. What they use is CGPA, only CGPA. That is what they use. So that's why you hear people saying PTDF is the battle of CGPA. So I think
Okay.
it is one of the not only scholarship, but one of the best scholarship that rewards CGPA, like they just want to reward CGPA. Though MTN too does, but MTN you still have to write an exam. So, but then PTDF is basically CGPA, and the CGPA is not they are fair in a way that is going to be across the 30 states in Nigeria. So they are going to be given equal quota as of our sets, equal quota. Let's say for instance now they want to choose 20 per state. That means they're actually getting it's now not 720 total scholars. So meaning that okay, if everyone apply, it's easy now. So after they give you and everything, after they give you application and everything, so they are going to create an Excel, or let's say everything is on Excel file.
Yeah,
So they are going to filter the Excel file by states, right?
conditional
And they
formatting.
are by state. And after they filter the Excel file, they are going to sort the results. Maybe is that not ascending? Okay, that's descending order. You are going to filter the result in a descending order. See how I'm explaining that. See if I'm the reviewer. They are going to filter the results in descending order of CGPA. So where the 20th person stop is the threshold for your state. So if the
Okay.
threshold in your state is 5.0, that means most likely that every other application after 5.0 in your state is not going to be selected. But then sometimes I don't know. Maybe they consider gender balance. I don't know. Maybe they try to consider gender balance because the maybe guys might tend to have higher CGPA and they need to balance it. I don't know. Maybe they consider other things. But what I know from my mentors, from my seniors, is that they use CGPA and they're going to be top 20 in your state. So if people do not really apply in your state and maybe the number 20 is like 4.5, that is your threshold in your state. So anybody who applied in your state that is having a CGPA of more than 4.5 and do not make mistake, he is going to be selected. So that means there's some CGPA that you have that you are going to be sure.
Yes, Mike, can hear you.
That you are going to be sure that you are going to get it. So there's some CGPA that you have that you are going to know that okay, this thing should come. No matter how bad it is, I'm supposed to be selected. But then no matter what your CGPA is, just make sure you don't do yourself bad by not applying. So apply and pray because you don't know what's going to work for your set. So I'm only talking based on last set. So your sets could be maybe something different, and they may try to use other factors. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Just apply the way it's good the way you have applied. Just pray, and I hope that everything will be in your favor.
Mm-hmm. So I mean that state of origin and really the state of your university.
No, now when I say balance, they're not going to use state of university now. I'm from Osho State, but I'm schooling in Mina. They want to no. They will not want to do that kind of thing. So they are going to use the state of origin. That's why they're asking you for your local government identification certificate. They want to be able to like trace you back to your state of origin, where your father come from. So that's what they are going to use. It's not okay. I know that. I think you are in Mina now, so you just feel like you are going to use upper hand for them in Mina. No, you are going to go back to your state of origin. So they are going to consider state of origin. So I think Ty will have something to say. So you can go ahead.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, welcome.
Okay, it's not actually about the question, but it's about the first question that was put on the chat box. She answered that, but the last question that I just want to take it was the person is talking about the results on his paper. So sometimes this counts if you do not if you can't get your transcript, then you might use this. But one preference is best to get your official transcript signed and stamped. So I use about documents.
Alright. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I don't know. Is it the last question you answered? The question regarding getting it out on the portal?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So that's totally fine. So you don't use your portal results, please. I don't know if the person is a footmite. So for foot seminar, I think exam officer in every department. Just you don't even need to go to registrar. If you've gone to meet school registrar, it's going to take days before you get your results. I think, in fact, I've been waiting for my result from registrar for it's not 2 months now. I've made payment and everything. I've not gotten it. In fact, I've already given up on it. So, but the best place to do is your exam officer. They are going to give you your results and they are going to stamp it for you. But the one on portal is not really result because it's not signed. And I can be a graphic designer or you are a UX designer and design your portal for you and upload it, and you can upload it. So they can design your portal for you. They will put in your name and everything. So it's possible. So it's visible. It's what people can do. So those ones are not accepted. They are not acceptable. So just make sure you go to exam officer. You get your result. That's why I said you get it signed, stamped. Nigerians, we don't trust ourselves. We know that we can do anything to get anything. So make sure you go to exam officer and get your results from the person. And you tell him to sign and stamp it. Thank you. But in case we cannot get your results, in case we cannot get it, you've done everything that you can do, everything in your power, you did not get it. If that's the reason why you're not going to apply, please use the one on your portal. So that's the condition. So if the reason why you're not going to apply is because you've tried your best, and in fact the deadline is tomorrow and you've not gotten your results today, just go on to your portal and use the one there and pray. Someone applied for FSB. The guy is my friend. He's in UI. Applied FSB with 0 results. The guy was on 100 level. And when they asked for a CGPA, he goes 5.0. He had no result. He goes 5.0. And when they asked him to upload results, he just writes 5.0 in a paper. If I mention his name, almost all of you will know the guy. Where they asked him to upload the results, he goes 5.0 in a paper and snap and upload. And the guy got FSB. I'm not kidding. The guy was in 100 level. So he wrote 5.0 with faith as his CGPA. And where they asked him to upload his results, he just wrote 5.0 in the paper and snap and uploaded it. And the guy got FSB. So, and the guy he applied and prayed. So that there's nothing, impossible is not possible. I don't know is to say it. Nothing is impossible. So just apply anyway and pray. But make sure you fill in all, you do everything that you're supposed to do from your own side. Let the only mistake that you are going to do be something that is actually something that you cannot control. Then you have to just put everything into God's hand. And I believe that God is going to let you get the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Scholar Idris. Ifeoluwa, your hand was up. You can ask your question now.
Okay, so sorry for disturbing you, but I just wanted to add another point. So, um, we are currently in second semester now, 300 level. So, and we've seen our first semester result and the 200 level. And I don't want to use my level first semester 300 level. Or what do you think I should do? That's my question. Thank you.
Sorry, Mr. Idris, I don't know if you got the question.
Actually, I did not get the question, but I can use my brain to assume that this is the question. But if I am wrong, you can correct me. I think Ifeoluwa said she's currently in her second semester 300 level, and they've released that 300 level first semester, and I think they've released that 200 level too. So I think the 200 level, she don't want to use only 200 level because I don't know why I do. So now she's asking if she can match the 200 level with the 300 level first semester. Is that the question?
Yes, that's
So
what.
you have your complete 200 level, and you have your 300 level first semester, right?
Yes,
But you don't want to use only 200 level for a reason
yes,
that is known to you, right?
yes,
Eh,
yes,
I don't know. I'm not the reviewer
yes,
though, but what I know is that it is better that you upload a sessional result. You know, by sessional result, I mean a
okay.
complete result for a particular level.
200.
You understand?
Okay.
Because your CGPA
Yes,
is because we can only call it CGPA after they've done the accumulation of the first and second semester, right? So if it is only first semester, then it is GPA. So I will advise, though I don't know the reason why you don't want to use the 200 level though, but I will advise that you use a 200 level because that's the complete result that you
okay.
have.
The reason is that okay. So the 200 level is actually lower than the one I have now. So like to maximize my chance. That's why.
You know, sometimes you
Sorry.
want to maximize chances, but then you are minimizing chances. I'm not a reviewer, so I don't know. I know I'm not a reviewer, but I'm only talking from experience and from what I know that should work. So PTDF is sessional like scholarship, right? What everything they do is like they base everything on session, just like MTN session, session, session. So now if you're uploading your 300 level result, that means that particular session has not ended. You are still there, so you don't have a CGPA for that session yet, right? The only complete CGPA that you have is for the last session, and that is how it applies to most scholarships, right? Unless they say that upload your most recent. See, most people don't know the difference. When they say upload your transcript, it's different from upload your most recent results. By most recent results, they mean they want to see, even if it is first semester that you have, upload it. But when they say upload your transcript, they want to see everything. Last semester, the recent one, you understand. But PTDF is sessional. That is, they base their payments, their selection on particular session, right? So in the session that you have now that is complete now is your 200 level, right? Your 300 level is still ongoing. You don't have a CGPA for 300 level yet. So upload your 200 level. Not say because it's not that okay, you know, to maximize chances, then you know you are now doing yourself bad. The 200 level is what you should upload and pray. I pray that you'll be selected.
Amen. Thank you, sir.
You are welcome, ma.
Thank you so much for that response, Idris. Mr. David, I think you have something to add.
I actually wanted to tell Mr. Idris. There are two questions that I've been waiting in the conversation and I'd like him to like respond to it before we move on. Like this Mohammed that wanted to speak before.
All right, Mr. Mohammed, you can ask your question.
No, he dropped it on the chat box. Mr. Idris,
Okay,
can
let
you
me
see
read
it?
that out. Let me read that
Alright.
out.
So he said you have applied, but the document was not named the way I suggested. Is that the question?
Exactly. Yes,
Yes,
No,
exactly.
yes.
And the,
that's not a problem now. That's not a problem. I'm only saying it for
Just
future
take note of that for future
purpose,
applications.
and then that is the normal, like the best way of uploading documents for anything at all. Anything, make sure it is named accordingly because you know the database can crash. Anything can happen that everything will just be jam packed, and these people are not going to come back to you to reapply. They are only going to proceed with what they have. So it is better that at any point in time they will know that this is Idris, this Idris result, this Idris letter, this Idris essay. You know, it's just like a way of being. It's just like it's not normal professional something. Like if you are doing anything, make sure your name is there. Make sure like this is just like an identity that okay, this is for Idris. Even though they match everything together, you know, the database crash, you know, everything got jam packed together. They are going to like know that this is for you, and they are going to give the honor to you because they can get from the pool of application that this is for you. So since you've applied already, that's not a problem. So it's not even a requirement for PTDF actually, by the way. But I was just saying it's for future opportunity, because I know that many people here are still going to apply for other things, and they're still going to be doing different things. So it's very important or very necessary that you name your documents accordingly, with your name precisely. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that explanation. Sorry, there's a question in the chat box that says, if someone applies this year and does not get selected, can you apply again next year? I don't know if you have a response to that.
Oh, yeah, that's not a problem. Yeah, if you apply this year, you can always apply. That is open for almost every scholar, every opportunity. In fact, we even advise you that we are very sorry for we are very sorry for not selecting you. You add your name to our database and we keep you updated for future opportunity. That's how the rejection comes most times. So it's normal thing. If you don't get it this year, apply next year. But then when you apply next year, you make sure that when you failed, you fail forward. When you fail, you fail forward. Fail forward means that when you fail, you reflect on the reason why you were not selected, and you don't make the same mistake this time around. Because we can't get different results by doing the same thing. Why? Because you applying again means that you want to get different results from what you got last year. So it means that you need to reflect on your last failure and then know the mistake that you made and see how you can improve it. And I think for you to be here already, you want to like correct the mistake. So make sure you apply this time around with fresh mindsets, without making any mistake. And I pray that you're going to get it this time around. But yes, you can reapply. But now the question should be, am I going to use the same email with the same NIN verification? That is what I cannot answer explicitly. I feel like there should not be any penalty for that. You can use the same email again. But if you want to be very sure or you want to be free from I'm not sure, you can use another email, then pay another 500 naira. That's fine too. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the insights and explanation, Scholar Idris and Mr. David. At this point, is there anyone that still has any question they would love the speakers to address? Okay, Waris, your hand is up.
Yeah, good evening. Actually, I don't have a question, but I want to say this to please check his DM. Yeah.
So send my what?
I said you please check your DM.
Okay, I'll check my DM. Is he regarding this meeting or later?
No, later.
All right, Lawal, you can ask your question.
Thank you very much, Mr. Idris. Good evening. I want to ask, you made mention about you made an earlier class for MTN scholarship and you said something about YouTube video. I wanted to ask, maybe you have the recording of that session on YouTube.
Okay, actually, yeah, I don't know. We had a session here, yes, last night. You can probably mute yourself. Not like that, not like Okay, yeah, we had a session here yesterday on MTN. So I think it has been, it's on our YouTube page. But are you on the Eureka group?
Sir?
Are you on the Eureka group? How do you get the link to this webinar?
I am on the name of the community on WhatsApp is Beyond Grid.
Okay. I know. That's Victor, please, can you just paste the group link? So Lawal, they're going to send the group link now. Just join the group. So we are going to send a video of yesterday's session and most likely the video, the YouTube video. So that is the link. Just click on the link and join the community. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, Scholar Idris and Mr. David, for this impactful and insightful session. Come on, can we put our hands together for our speakers tonight? They really demystified the PTDF scholarship. It's no longer something lofty that we are clueless about. So with that being said, I think we have been equipped with all that we need in terms of information, insider hacks, insider tips, and all that we need to excel in the PTDF application. Mr. David, I don't know if there is anything else you want to add for roundup for tonight.
Okay. I just saw your question now, so maybe I will just put that down. Give anything that I have to give them. So the person was asking that if the exam officer sent the transcript as soft copy. So I believe the transcript that is sent as soft copy is not signed and stamped. If it is signed and stamped, then maybe you can use it that way. But if it is not, maybe you print it out and go and give the person to sign it and start it. Then regarding any round of work, I would just say no matter what your GPA is, no matter anything that you feel like nice, you are just feeling like maybe you are not eligible, just apply. So if you apply, you do not lose anything. But if you do not apply, you don't miss the chance to win. So that's just what I'm saying.
All right, thank you so much, sir. I hope that answers your question. So, at this point, we have come to the end of the PTDF scholarship application guide, and I'll be opening the floor for my boss to address us for 1 minute. Calling back.
Sorry, I don't know if you can allow me. I have one last thing to just say. Just to
All right, all right.
Okay, I think I'm
Floor is
going to
yours.
use like just a minute to address life after PTDF, like life after PTDF, because I'm being optimistic that most of us here are going to get it. So it looks like a very big money, right? So 1.6 million, plus your school fee. But let me just advise you. The advice is that if you get it and the money comes, please for God's sake, maximize the money. See, you don't spend it in a way that you are going to regret. See, million is very small. Spend it in a way that you are going to be happy for life, because the essence of the money is to totally release financial burden for your education, like total relief. Like, in fact, during the body they will tell you that they do not want you to be trekking to school. They will tell you that we do not want our scholars to be going to school without carrying bag. So they are giving you the money to ensure that you have total concentration in the school. You understand? And when someone releases like relieve you of your financial burden, they are expecting that you produce more output, you increase, that your results increases and the like. So this is something that can actually channel you towards having a better CGPA, channel you towards engaging, like, towards doing more personal development. Because to have, if you want to take course to like to for courses, maybe you want to go into tech, the money, use it to like do something that you'll be proud of for life. Okay, I want to take courses. Okay, I want to get a system. I want to do this. Please, for God's sake, don't use the money to bet. I know someone who used the money to do crypto and is now regretting. I'm talking for, like, he's my friend. Please, when the money comes, for God's sake, use the money the way you are supposed to use it. Make sure the money, like, serve the purpose it's supposed to serve. Because nobody will be seeing PTDF on your CV when you graduate, and couple with your results, you are going to, of course, you are going to do well, because this is not something that you can get if you are an average student. You can get it if you're exceptional. So, and everybody wants exceptional students. So just make sure that when the money comes, you make good of it, you make good use of it. You try to let it add value to you, and it's not just something that will come and your life will not even reflect that you're a PTDF scholar. Yeah, let your life reflect that you are a scholar. Please, for God's sake, because I'm very sure that most of us here will get it. So when we get it, let's make sure that we use the money. We let it serve the purpose it's supposed to serve. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that valuable addition. I hope we have taken note of that. Sir Oche, the floor is yours. All right, all right. So I'm calling on my boss in absence of my first boss. Mr. Victor, I don't know if you have one or two things to say before we round up today's meeting.
Oh, good evening, and it's of course my pleasure to be here as well. And I want to confirm if you can hear me because Nigeria can be crazy. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Okay, good. So,
Nigeria cannot be crazy. Oh.
all right. So first thing first, I want to congratulate everybody on getting the scholarship, even though I'm not the reviewer, as Scholar Andrews will say. But I just want to congratulate you beforehand. And if you have gotten it, don't waste my congratulations. Come and give back to the community as well. Eureka is there for you to, tell us that, hey, you've gotten the scholarship, and we can take it up from there. We can, give you some stuff you can improve on, and other additional tips for you to either maintain the scholarship or even get more stuff. That is not even only scholarship, you can get more opportunities as a student on the community. So one advantage of joining Eureka is not just scholarship, you gain other communities. um there are some of our community members that have gotten international opportunities, local opportunities. If you attended the webinar yesterday and today, you will notice that we talked about inside. And when I say inside, I mean in country. MTN is for Nigeria, PTDF is also for Nigeria. There are also incoming international stuff coming from Eureka. So this is me telling you to stay tuned, stay focused, and stay active with Eureka. Eureka have things coming for you. So, and I would say you can have a great day and success in your application. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Victor. Thank you so much for that. So we've come to the end of the PTDF Scholarship Roundtable Application Series. Looking forward to. Okay, Emmanuel, do you have a question?
Yes, please. I just wanted to ask if the link for the PTDF scholarship could be made available. I don't think I've seen it recently. And also to ask about the deadline of the scholarship application.
All right. Are you on the Eureka community platform?
Yes, I am.
Yes, the link will be dropped again tonight for those that are yet to apply.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. So thank you very much to everyone who was able to make out time to join today's session. Look forward to celebrating you all as PTDF scholars in the nearest future. Thank you so much for showing up. Okay, Victor, you have something to say?
Okay, thank you. Just something quick. When Scholar Idris was talking, he said when he got the scholarship link, he did what? He shared it to his lodge guys, he shared it to his roommates, he shared it to others. So you don't want to see a community like Eureka, you don't want to see an opportunity like PTDF and hoard it to yourself. So you can get the link, you can check the chat box now. Within the few seconds or minutes before the closure of this meeting, you can just copy it on your clipboard and share it to your friend. This is an open space, this is an open opportunity. And one interesting thing is it is free for all. Okay, so feel free to share and allow other people to join, whether they're your friend, whether they are not even your friend. Just share. You don't know who this opportunity is for, even though you will also get yours. Just channel the impact, just let it flow everywhere. All right, so we are all Nigerians and we all want the best for ourselves. So that's just what I have. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Victor, for that clarification. All right. Huge thanks to everyone who was able to join in today. Thank you, Scholar Idris. Thank you, Scholar David. Thank you so much, everyone. The link to the community will still be in the chat box for the next few minutes. You can join the community so you are not left out of updates that come along. You are kept in the loop. Thank you so much for joining in today's session and have an amazing night rest. Good night, everyone.